Are you wondering when Allah will bring the right person into your life? Do you sometimes feel like your prayers are unheard, or your wait is endless? You're not alone. Many believers go through this quiet season, unaware that Allah is already aligning hearts and opening doors behind the scenes. In Islam, the journey to marriage is not just physical, it's deeply spiritual. And when it's near, Allah often places signs along your path. These signs aren't loud or dramatic. They're gentle, personal, and full of wisdom. Whether it's a shift in your emotions, a deeper connection with your faith, or unexpected changes in your surroundings, each one is a silent announcement. Your time is coming. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful signs that your marriage may be closer than you think. According to Islamic teachings, watch closely. You might recognize something your heart has been quietly feeling all along. 1. You suddenly feel content being single. One of the most subtle yet beautiful signs that your marriage is coming soon is a deep, unexpected sense of peace in your single life. This isn't loneliness or apathy, it's a calm assurance, a quiet strength within. You no longer chase love or validation. Instead, you feel whole, fulfilled, and spiritually anchored. This inner contentment is not from the world, it's from Allah. It means He's preparing you for the next chapter. Often, this peace comes after seasons of heartbreak, longing, or confusion. But now, you trust Allah's plan more than your own desires. You're no longer rushing, comparing, or worrying. This state of calmness is a sign that your soul is aligned with divine timing. When you stop looking in every direction, Allah sends what's written for you straight to your path. Marriage begins not with meeting someone, but with becoming someone ready. And peace is the proof of that readiness. 2. You start making sincere du'as for a righteous spouse. Another powerful sign that your marriage is drawing near is when your heart turns naturally toward making du'a, not out of desperation, but sincerity. You find yourself raising your hands often, asking Allah not just for a spouse, but for the right one. Someone who strengthens your faith, brings you peace, and helps you grow closer to Allah. These du'as become specific, heartfelt, and consistent. It's no longer just a passing thought. It becomes part of your connection with your Lord. This shift reflects a deeper understanding that only Allah can grant what's best at the right time. Even without knowing how or when, your faith in His wisdom increases. You might even start praying tahajjud, making du'as during sujud, or including your future spouse in your daily prayers. When your soul feels moved to ask sincerely and regularly, it's a sign that what you're asking for is already being prepared for you. 3. You feel emotionally and spiritually ready. A clear sign that marriage is approaching is the inner realization that you're no longer who you used to be. Emotionally, you've matured. You don't react impulsively or chase temporary feelings. Spiritually, your connection with Allah has deepened. You seek His pleasure before anyone else's. This readiness isn't about having a perfect life, but having the strength to build one with someone else. You start viewing marriage not as an escape, but as a responsibility and a path to barakah. You've learned to manage your emotions, communicate with wisdom, and forgive with sincerity. These aren't random traits. They're qualities Allah cultivates in you before He brings someone into your life. You may find yourself setting healthy boundaries, recognizing red flags, or even advising others through what you once struggled with. When your heart becomes balanced, your soul becomes prepared. And that's when Allah begins to align your path with someone who mirrors that growth. 4. You begin seeing nikah or marriage reminders often. Sometimes when marriage is near, Allah sends you gentle reminders through your surroundings. You might start hearing about nikah in lectures, come across Quran verses or hadith about marriage, or notice more weddings happening around you. Even casual conversations may unexpectedly turn toward the topic of marriage. These aren't coincidences. They're divine signs. Allah communicates in subtle ways, aligning what you see and hear with what's unfolding spiritually. You might scroll through social media and see reminders about being a good spouse, or find yourself reading stories of righteous couples without planning to. These signs don't create pressure, but rather stir reflection and hope. It's as if the universe is softly preparing you, shifting your focus and opening your heart. When something is written for you, Allah places it gently on your path, again and again, until you can no longer ignore it. These reminders are signs that your soul is being guided toward what's destined. 5. You're tested with loneliness or temptation, but stay firm. One of the strongest signs that your marriage is close is when you experience intense tests, especially in the form of loneliness or temptation. These moments can feel heavy, as if you're walking through a spiritual storm. You might feel isolated, overlooked, or even questioned by others about your marital status. Temptations may suddenly increase, pulling at your desires or trying to distract you from your values. But despite all this, you remain firm. You lower your gaze, guard your heart, and protect your dignity. This spiritual discipline is not unnoticed by Allah. Often, the biggest blessings come right after the hardest tests. These trials aren't punishments, they are refinements. Allah is polishing your heart, ensuring that when your spouse arrives, you meet them with strength, not desperation. If you're holding on to your values while everything around you pushes otherwise, know this: your patience is proof that your reward is already on its way. 6. You feel guided towards specific people or paths. As marriage draws near, you may begin to feel a quiet yet clear sense of direction in your life. You're guided towards certain people, communities, or even opportunities that feel divinely timed. It could be a new friendship, a job, a mentor, or even a sudden urge to attend an Islamic event. None of it feels random. These connections often play a role in leading you closer to the person Allah has written for you. Sometimes it's not a person, but a path. You start walking with more purpose, and your choices begin aligning with your values. This isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about following the flow of divine guidance. Your intuition becomes sharper, and your heart feels drawn to certain steps without knowing why. That's Allah's way of guiding you gently, connecting the dots behind the scenes. When the heart is ready and the path is aligned, the meeting becomes inevitable. 7. Sudden proposals or unexpected interest arise. 8. When marriage is truly near, things often start moving quickly and unexpectedly. You may receive a proposal from someone you never considered, or a long-lost connection may reappear with serious intentions. These aren't random encounters. They are moments designed by Allah, unfolding exactly when your heart is prepared. Often, what seemed delayed begins to arrive with ease. You'll notice that the interest shown in you feels different, more respectful, intentional, and aligned with your values. There's clarity instead of confusion, sincerity instead of games. These sudden developments are part of Allah's plan, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you that when it's written, it doesn't need to be chased. It comes to you at the perfect moment through the right means. What once felt far suddenly feels close, and your heart, without panic, just knows. When marriage is near, doors open swiftly and silently, guided by the one who heard your every dua. If you recognized even one of these signs, trust that Allah is preparing something beautiful for you. Marriage is not just about timing, it's about divine alignment. Keep making sincere duas, stay patient, and walk the path of faith. May Allah bless you with a spouse who is a source of peace, mercy, and deen. If this video gave you hope, please like, share, and subscribe to Sacred Deen for more Islamic guidance. Comment below, Ya Allah, bless me with a righteous spouse at the perfect time. Let your prayer be written and witnessed.